All right, so this is going to be a touchy one. So much so that I've actually brought in some help. Trust me, this is one that you don't want to miss. All right, VYG Fiji. So don't worry, we're still here with another tip. It's going to be a bit different though, because it's the beginning of a new mini-series called Touchy Subjects. It's where we're going to be dealing with topics that are a bit deeper, ones that affect here a bit more. So we're kicking things off with bullying. And it's something that happens everywhere in the world. It comes in different forms. It can be verbal, it can even be physical in extreme situations. So today, as we talk about bullying, let me already let you know it's going to be two parts, because we're going to be dealing with an angle that often isn't addressed. Today we'll be speaking about things from the point of view of the person being bullied. And next week, we'll be dealing with things from the point of view of the person who is doing the bullying. You'll understand why later on. So let's get things started. Maybe you're watching this and you're actually being bullied right now. You know someone who is. Well, if you look at the definition of a person who's being bullied, or I would say the definition of bullying rather. Bullying is when you seek to coerce someone, to intimidate someone that you see as vulnerable. Just think about that. Now let's take out the vulnerable part. Can you still see that person being bullied? And that's the first step. If you're watching this right now, make sure you don't see yourself as a victim. Don't treat yourself like one. Don't treat yourself as vulnerable. And I know it might sound a bit insensitive, but let me just tell you, I know what it is to be bullied. I remember as a child, I was really, really small. Now I'm just a couple of inches of 6 foot, but I was really, really small for my age. I remember there were times when I would be picked on because of my size, very skinny as well. And I remember I would go home crying. I'd see myself as a victim. I'd look at myself as inferior, as someone who couldn't do what the other kids could do. And you see, that's what kept me trapped. That's what ensured I would always be bullied. Because the moment that you turn what is being used against you to a strength, then you can see that you will no longer be bullied, at least in most cases. Take comedians, for examples. A lot of them may have some type of physical difference. It could be their height, it could be something else. They make a living often of turning that into their biggest punchline. And if anyone wants to crack a joke about it, they've already told 10 themselves, so it's not really effective. You can't bully that person with that. Don't see yourself as vulnerable. Don't see yourself as a victim. See yourself as strong. And I know you might want me to just say, look, just pray about it and God is going to, crush your bullies. But let's be realistic. One of the things that actually the Bible teaches is that every time we face an issue, especially a temptation, because I know the temptation might be for you to curl up in a corner. The temptation may even be for you to hurt yourself. Temptation may be for you to hurt that person bullying you. But God teaches us that there's always a way of escape. And this is one. Don't see yourself as a victim anymore. See yourself as someone who can make it, who's strong. And also, use whatever is around you, whatever services. That could be teachers if you're at school, that could be the police, something that is there. Okay, but it's not seen as the thing to do, to snitch, to tell. But what's your other option? Continue being bullied. I believe that even if you just apply that first part, take a step to stop seeing yourself as a victim, that's already going to be a big part. But then there's something else that you can do that's even better than all of this. Let your success do the talking. Here's how it works. A lot of the times that person who's being bullied for being the nerd, for being the brightest student, they're the one that in 10 years time, they have the company. They're the CEO of a big firm, and that person who's bullying them comes through their door seeking an interview for a job. And now you think they have the cheek, the nerve to bully that person. Let your success speak. Maybe the reason why this bullying affects you so much is because there's nothing really in your life that is going that well. But if you start to overachieve, that bully could soon turn into an admirer. And there you have part one. Again, part two is going to come next week. We're going to round everything off. It's going to become a whole lot clearer to you. But just by applying what you've heard today, I'm sure you can start to see a difference in this touchy subject called bullying.